When did you ever hear in Kenyan politics people in the same political party, which is still together, officially there's no division, attacking one another? And let me be even more specific. The Secretary General of the ODM party, Edwin Sifuna, recently in the Senate, threw barbs at the CS Energy, Opio and I, who is from the same party, ODM. Hey! Now, of course, that tells you there is something very wrong here. And actually there is. And today, let us say it out loud. There is a very serious problem within ODM. But then that is not the big news. There is something else that Kenyans have failed to take note of. And in my opinion, this is important going forward, so that we understand even the things that are going to happen. Okay? And let me start by asking you a question. Politically, President William Samoei Ruto, what is he very good at? Something he does in politics which is very effective, and which has enabled him to reach where he has reached today. What is this thing that Ruto does so effectively? And maybe even you should ask the fourth president of Kenya, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, because he'll tell you very quickly what it is. I will tell you. Ruto is very good at going inside a political party and causing divisions, causing chaos. Okay. Please allow me just one little aside to emphasize this point. Currently, Kamba MPs are saying that they're going to support Ruto. Why? Let me put it in their language. Hao Wakikuyu watauza Kalonzo, kwa hivyo we're better off with Ruto. Where did you hear such nonsense? Where did you hear nonsense that is more nonsense than that? We're busy in Kenya. We have a very crazy, unprecedented crisis in the country. And people are talking about Kalonzo being betrayed over getting the presidency. Hey, I'm even ashamed to say that I have Kamba blood in me. I'm feeling so ashamed. How? But let me stay on point. Do you think that Wavinya Ndeti, the governor from Machakos County, and Senator Enoch Wambua just woke up one morning with that story? What has clearly happened here is that the Kamba community politicians have been infiltrated. Let me just leave it there. Okay? But back to what we're discussing. Ruto is very good at infiltrating what may look like a unified force, and completely changing things. And it is very clear that there is a very serious problem within ODM. Now, you know, sometimes on this channel people say, Chris Kumekucha said this. Where did he get that? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Kumekucha is making it up. And so I want to play you two audios I've prepared for you. Both of them are featuring Senator Sifuna speaking. And you'll notice very quickly, after he complains about Wandai, the second audio tells you very clearly where the problem is. Just listen in. I'll be back.
I want to say this. We are disappointed, and we always record our disappointment. But if we want to understand the government policy, we need these cabinet secretaries to interact with us. Yesterday, I ran into the former CS for Energy, David Chirchir, one of the most astute and one of the few cabinet secretaries that I respect, because he interacts with members of this house. He explains government policy. Yesterday, I was saying, if he was still in that docket, I am sure the drama you are seeing in Nairobi of the Nairobi County government dumping garbage outside the Kenya Power offices and Kenya Power retaliating by cutting power to the county government offices, you would not see those things, because he would take leadership. Honorable Speaker, if you look at the relationship between county governments and national governments, they are supposed to be cordial. Where you see a cabinet secretary, there is a fight in your docket, but you do nothing at all. All you talk about is 2027 politics. You have failed as a cabinet secretary. So, Honorable Speaker, we want this gentleman to at least appear. Let him not fear this house. So please, these people, I have seen even some colleagues from this Senate coming up and proposing ridiculous things like amending a constitution just to look for a position for Raila. What do you mean? In fact, as the father of this constitution, it insults Raila greatly if you can stand up and say you are going to amend a constitution just to look for a seat for him. That is not what he fought for. That is not why he fought for this constitution, Honorable Speaker. And the leader of the country today is the one during the campaigns who told us that for a change, we must stop looking for positions for leaders. Let us start with the Mamamboga. Let us start with the Boda person. Let us start with other people, because all this time we have been talking about leaders. I want to say without fear of contradiction that if Baba wants something, he will tell us himself. All these people running around and saying, oh, we will look for this, we will look for that. How do you know? We feel insulted as members of ODM when people run around looking for small seats here and saying, oh, we want to propose him for this, want to propose him for that. It is entirely disrespectful to Raila Odinga. Some of us chose not to be emotionally invested in this particular campaign because, Honorable Speaker, we have been through painful moments. Some of us, I had been elected for the first time in 2022 as Senator of Nairobi. I never got opportunity to celebrate that win because my party leader had lost the most important position that we were looking to get. Honorable Speaker, we were depressed. When you see us here, we might appear in public like we are rocks. We are not. These things have an effect on us as people. We want to be left alone. We want to be left alone, Honorable Speaker, and we want people to respect our father. We want people to respect Raila Odinga. Because every time you pick him up for your other charades like the ones that people are proposing here, when ultimately it doesn't work, it is the people who believe in him who bear the brunt of the pain. Those people are not there with us. In fact, these people proposing, some of these guys proposing things here, they are inwardly very happy and they want to drag Raila Odinga into another charade that is going nowhere. We want to tell the people of Kenya that it is only you are the ones with the power to determine the future of Baba Raila Amolo Odinga. I want to read a quotation from Martin Luther King. This quotation hangs on the walls of Raila Odinga's office in Upper Hill. Honorable Senator Eddie, please, if you can hand me my phone so that I don't move from here. Because there are people who have been threatening us, Honorable Speaker, that when we say these things, they think, oh, you are going to be kicked out from where? From what position? These positions are not permanent, Honorable Speaker. Raila Odinga has a very famous office at Capitol Hill in Nairobi. If you go into that office, there's a quotation from Martin Luther King that hangs on his wall. And it goes like this. You may be 38 years old, as I happen to be. And one day, some great opportunity stands before you and calls you to stand up for some great principle, some great issue, some great cause. And you refuse to do it because you are afraid. You refuse to do it because you want to live longer. You are afraid that you will lose your job, or you are afraid that you will be criticized, or that you will lose your popularity, or you are afraid that somebody will stab you or shoot you or bomb your house. So you refuse to take the stand. Well, you may go on and live until you're 90, but you are just as dead at 38 as you would be at 90. And the cessation of breathing in your life is but the belated announcement of an earlier death of the spirit. Honorable Speaker, those people who have been wagging this AU thing on our faces and gagging us, that thing has now been taken. We are unshackled. We are going to speak. I thank you.
What? If you listened carefully, you will have identified exactly what Sifuna is saying. What Sifuna is saying is that the problems within ODM have been caused by a clique whom he calls advisors of Baba. Yeah, but actually, in my opinion, those are people who have been used to infiltrate the ODM party. Ay, 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 ay. Now, before we proceed very quickly, please allow me to remind you that there are only 24 hours left before the offer, which I extended yesterday, for my latest special report about some crazy things happening in the inner circle of Ruto. Yeah, I just wanted to remind you, we have about 24 hours left, so please take full advantage of it. You can see details on your screen. Only for 1,999. You will not only get this very latest bombshell of a special report, but you'll also get other previous ones. Yeah, please move with speed. 24 hours is a short time, yeah, from the time this video is published. And then please also allow me to introduce you to our sponsors for today's show, which is yet another beach plot, this time in Diani South Coast. Yeah, this is about a quarter acre, and it is a corner plot on the third row. You still get a beautiful view of the Indian Ocean. Yeah, it is very close to the Baobab Hotel, very famous hotel, yeah, for those who know that area. And of course, after you've purchased this plot, it is very ideal for several uses, including a holiday home or some exotic Airbnb. Yeah. The asking price is Kenya shillings 10.5 million, and please contact Richard. I know Richard personally, I've known him for years. The number is 0722 319 088. Yeah, I've known Richard for years, and therefore you can be double sure that this is a clean deal. Okay, now in case you want to sponsor a video, just shoot me an email at youmissedthis@gmail.com. Right, the problem in ODM. It is very clear from what Sifuna is telling us that there are some people within ODM who are trying to gag their colleagues. Yeah, they're trying to get them to stop talking, especially against the dictatorial, chaotic, has brought so much suffering to Kenyans government of William Ruto. Okay, that is very clear. In other words, there are some politicians within the ODM party who are very powerful, obviously, because of the direction the party is now moving, the direction that the party leader is now moving. Obviously, those guys are very powerful. Okay, and this powerful clique does not care about Kenyans. They only care about continuing to fool Kenyans with narrative, rhetoric, while actually they are not interested in helping Kenyans. They're only interested in their own stomachs and helping themselves and their immediate families. That one has come out very clearly. Now, of course, the danger here, if it has not already happened, is that Kenyans will now start labeling the entire ODM party as crooked, including people like Sifuna, who has been very consistent and who is for the people. Going forward, it will be increasingly difficult for Sifuna to maintain his position in the party, because obviously Sifuna and those who mean well have been overpowered by this very powerful clique, which must include people like Opio and I, who took a cabinet position in the Ruto regime. And if you want further proof of what is really going on deep inside ODM, even bloggers have been affected. There are certain channels pro-ODM which until this minute have never criticized Baba even one day. They have never criticized Raila Odinga. According to them, Raila Odinga is always right. According to them, wait, give Baba time. And already there is damage being done. In fact, somebody put it so well this morning on a talk show. They said that Raila is getting on the way because they're targeting Ruto. And when they're targeting Ruto with their barbs and they're about to fire, they see Raila passing. So they hold their fire. And this person went ahead and appealed to Raila to be clear. Where is he? Because clearly supporting Ruto, but then once in a while, he wears a different hat and starts criticizing the same government. This is very confusing. And so they appeal to Raila to be clear. Is he supporting Ruto so that we know early, so that we remove both of them? Or what exactly is he playing at? What is the plan here? Okay? Well, at least now we know exactly what has happened here. Yeah? Infiltration. ODM has been breached. And what that means is that the ODM party will never, ever be the same again. Oh boy, how sad is that? And so Kenyans are going to lose Raila Odinga as the people's president, somebody who fights for the common man. But then they're also going to lose one of Kenya's oldest political parties that has been talking for the Mwananchi for a long time, for decades, the ODM party. It would seem that both are going down. Oh boy. Oh boy. How sad can that be? But unfortunately, it is the reality. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.